Okay. I vote for more Beef Boys. The World of WoW.
Does that mean we're only allowed to draw Tauren? Because they're literally
beef.
Beef Boys.
Get beefy.
I've never played this game.
Either have I.
Oh, really? How do you know so much about it?
Because I love the movie.
Oh, you saw? Oh, yeah. I haven't seen the movie either.
It's
I need
real,
to see the movie.
The movie
it's real
was
bad.
very fun.
But it's really funny.
Yeah.
It's like
always bad when the CG characters are doing better acting than your real actors.
It's like 10 movies in an hour and 45 minutes.
We're probably only going to get one of these guys, so let's make it worth it.
Well, what do they... Okay, so there's Horde and what?
And the Alliance.
Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just big, beefy barbarians? Okay, I just
But then
drew
there's
that.
the Burning Legion, who are the real bad guys.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the Horde aren't the bad guys.
No.
They're just...
They're just misunderstood.
Yeah.
There's pandas, right?
The Pandorans.
They come
yeah.
later.
It's in a big crossover with P.F. Chang's.
No. So...
I mean, that's how Pandorans were introduced, right? They were the people who would run you food. They had these little...
Is that for real?
No, for serious. Like you had an item that would summon a Pandoran with like a little takeout Chinese box.
No.
Yes, I swear to God.
What?
Really?
Why did I never play this game that's amazing?
Now,
It was, in a typical Blizzard fashion, it was the perfect blend of taking itself super seriously and not taking itself seriously at all.
So, okay, so am I drawing a Panda Man, or am I drawing this guy that you're telling me about?
Malfurion Storm Rage.
That name's kind of too good.
Welcome to the storm.
Okay, what are we? Am I voting on? I like pandas.
Yeah, go for the pandas, dude. Pandorans are awesome.
Okay, no Storm Rage today.
Does
a
everyone
panda
in
with
this
a little
universe?
top knot.
Does everyone in this universe have a ponytail?
Yes, it's the source of their power.
you gotta do something with all that hair.
See, the panda guys sort of look like me.
Pandorans may choose to align with either Alliance or Horde.
Really?
Your love
Bad-
of food
bad
allows you
panda?
to receive additional stats from eating specialized food.
Yeah, they're a
That's a bad
neutral
thing.
party.
Welcome to the beef.
Pandaran are excellent cooks and
It's
receive
kind
a
of
slight
weird
increase to their cooking
That this
skill.
happened after that Kung Fu Panda movie came out, right?
This was before?
Yeah.
It was?
Well,
Yeah.
Pandarans have been in Warcraft before World of Warcraft,
They
right?
came in Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3.
Like, like the tabletop game.
I mean, it was a video game, but it was more tabletop. Like, yes, it was like a real-time strategy.
Josh, you literally just said you knew nothing about Warcraft. And now you've just said everything about
I mean,
Warcraft.
I know nothing about Warcraft for having played it 10 years.
That's
Okay.
a totally different thing.
The thing I appreciate about Warcraft is them having the beefiest elves in any fantasy.
Oh, for real, yeah.
like, just the most jacked elves.
We have said beefy a lot on this show.
I mean, they're big boys.
Yeah.
Big and beefy. Beefy. The beef up. Have you watched that show, The Beef Up?
The beef up.
Who's got beef? My guy's gotten too big. I have to like shrink him to
I'm
fit. in
doing
my...
the same thing right now. I got too beefy. It's too beefy.
Too much beef.
It's not what's for dinner. It's
Where-
ruling your life is what it's doing.
Where's the beef? Everywhere.
And
That's... So few have tasted the delicacy of ground
so
panda.
much panda. All these pandas are disturbing. They don't look like pandas. The people that created these Pandarians have never looked at a panda.
Well, yeah, they're not pandas. They're Pandarans. I mean, these are elite warriors, and actual panda eat fibrous bamboo. they're not generating enough energy off of that to do jump kicks and stuff.
Panda can fuck you up, dude.
Have you ever gotten in a fight with a panda? It's not a place you want to be.
These shoulder pads need to be bigger.
What?
I didn't draw these shoulder pads big enough.
Pauldrons are like a real big part of Warcraft. So you have to have like the higher your level, the bigger your shoulders.
I'm guessing there's probably like skulls on this or something.
Oh, and spikes. Spikes are traditional.
What else do they wear?
So what are you guys trying?
I'm drawing orcs.
Orcs?
Orc.
We're on a night elf.
What?
A night elf?
Oh, a night
Those the
elf.
blue ones?
Huh?
Those are the blue ones, right?
Yeah, purple.
Those are the ones
They're
that
purple.
come out during the day.
You know what's weird in that Warcraft movie? No elves.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That is kind of odd. I stopped playing Warcraft just before they introduced Blood Elves.
I feel like they probably didn't know how to handle that big of elf ears in a live action setting.
They've definitely got like the Record of Lodoss War elf ears.
This is a weird game. So wait a minute, do all the Pandarians know karate?
Yes.
That's
What, for real? This feels weird to me. Alright, so now I'm just going, I'm free-forming it. I'm just drawing what I think a Pandarian looks like.
I'd just draw Poe.
Well, Poe doesn't wear clothes.
What?
Doesn't he not wear clothes? He wears like a skirt.
That's still clothing. Is it
It's not like Porky Pig in it.
Oh, I need more veins in my drawing.
No! I just don't feel like a panda needs to have shoulder pads.
Well, they don't need to have 6 fingers either, and yet they do.
Pandas, they do?
Yeah.
Pandas need all the help they can get right now. So
I mean, pandas do. I think Pandarans have a normal number, but a giant panda has like 5 fingers and a thumb.
oh man, I just did not draw enough spikes on everything. It's like you draw some spikes and then you're like, oh, you need way more spikes.
Isn't this way too low on the spike meter? Alright, so do these pandas wear shoes?
Sandals, I imagine.
Well, don't assume.
Maybe those stilted sandals.
No, right, yeah. No, I'm not giving him sandals. His feet must touch the earth.
What the hell? These guys got so much stuff on them.
This episode is just us looking at our computers, just dumbfounded by World of Warcraft characters. So why are we drawing World of Warcraft? Whose idea was this?
This was mine.
Why?
Mine.
Why did you decide to do this?
Because WoW Classic is back this week.
What is WoW Classic?
It's like the original WoW video game. And they re-released it or something?
They rolled it back to its like early days
So wait a minute. If you have been playing World of Warcraft this week, it looks like it used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you mad about that when that happens? If you've been playing World of Warcraft?
No,
Well, no,
it's not
it's
the whole game.
They released a new version of the. I mean, you don't have to play it that way.
Oh, okay, I see.
I think most people are pretty excited for it.
Okay, just asking. Gee. No blood today.
Seems like extra blood today.
Okay, I'm gonna add blood. Alright, first I gotta draw details. I have penciled my whatever this is, my panda guy, panda man. That's what they're called, panda man.
Panda Man.
Panda man.
So they do like devil magic and shit to like open up gateways and stuff, right?
Panda man?
No. Like everyone else.
I'm about to open some death gates on them children next door.
Because they live in different realms?
Yeah, there's like a multiverse, or not a multiverse, but it's like different planets. It's a galaxy.
Okay, explain to me Warcraft.
So,
All right, it's orcs versus humans.
yeah.
And that was first a video game?
Yeah, it started as a video game that was just like
It's a strategy, a real-time strategy game where you commanded your army against another army.
so you had to like gather resources and build units, and depending on the units that you built, you would have different strategies. So it was like a Command and Conquer or a what's the other one I'm thinking of?
Age of Empires.
Age of Empires kind of a deal. Only one side was orcs and the other side was always humans, and so you would just pick one. And in the first one, they were both just reskins of the same units. Then Warcraft 2, they had slightly different abilities, right?
And that's the one where Spock died?
Yes. It was very sad, but the needs of the many. Then after Warcraft 2, they did StarCraft, which was the same sort of idea, except there were 3 races.
And that's the one that Koreans die playing.
Yes. And it's possibly one of the best games ever made.
Really?
It is exquisitely well balanced. It's a really amazing game. Like even today, with its crappy graphics and whatever, it's really fun to play. But that one, they did 3 different races. They did humans, Eldar, and Zerg, yes. And all of them behaved very differently and had very different units, which was kind of unusual for the real-time strategy genre. And that's where the really good balance of it really started paying dividends. Then they had Warcraft 3, right? Which was the first one that was done in 3D on like a modern graphics engine. And that really delved into story, whereas the other ones had not really touched on that much.
Played more like a hybrid of like a isometric RPG and a strategy game.
I just want to say, Josh literally said he knew nothing about
That's
Warcraft.
true, you did say.
He's just reading the Wikipedia.
I know comparatively little about Warcraft compared to all the other things I know everything about.
Oh my god.
One of the big innovations of Warcraft 3 was that it allowed you to have heroes along with your group. So you would have the soldiers and whatever that you would just like kind of create and raise an army with. But then there was also a hero who was super extra powered, and it allowed them to do a lot of narrative story things with it. So you had to get this hero that you could follow the story of the hero as you went through things.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, the early Warcraft games also had a story that followed heroes as they slowly got new allies in the war. It's just this was the first one that added like a levelable hero that had special abilities.
Yeah, and Warcraft and StarCraft too, right? Like you had people, but they were just regular units, right? They weren't like these powerful things that stood on their own.
Yeah.
When did they get the technology for chains?
Technology for chains?
Yeah, because I'm guessing we didn't always have chains on everything in this game. And then at one point, technology advanced enough and they were like, chains.
You'd be surprised that the old art for the original Warcraft was pretty over the top still, too.
Yeah. It was really good for, sprite animation.
But was it like, hey, chains?
I mean, this would have been Spawn era. I imagine there were lots of...
Oh, man. You know what had good effects? Spawn.
I was looking at GIFs last night to annoy somebody, and the GIF of the Spawn movie came up, and I just remembered how bad that cape looked.
That end sequence is one of the all-time worst endings.
It looks like one of those Mind's Eye videos they put out in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, like the Lawnmower Man.
It looks like that, and also like when video games did the real-time video sequences.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
And you're like, cool. But really, you're like, is this cool?
I've never seen this movie. I don't know. This is weird.
Yeah.
Are they on a pirate ship?
What? No, I don't remember that. I don't remember Pirate Ship. You mean at the end?
Yeah.
That's them in hell.
Oh.
And then there's a bunch of little spawns.
Hell's full of pirate ships?
Well, I'm sure there's one or two. Well, not all the pirates went to heaven, like your mom told you.
I like in the Warcraft movie when they fight the giant man made of clay.
There's a man made of clay?
Yeah, he's like a golem man.
Golem man?
And then they use like a rope to cut his head off or something because he's like made of clay like you'd use. It was cool. That was cool.
Wow, that cape looks like a lot of fruit roll-up.
It does.
This made me kind of hungry.
And the chains would snap at you. Like they had little mouths. I'm a panda. Pretty, pretty panda. I'm a pretty panda.
So back when I was playing WoW, you couldn't...
Wow.
Like, you would...
Sorry. Oh, wow.
Nobody expects the Owen impression.
Man, they should hire him as their spokesman. Like, hey, Owen, what are you playing today? Wow.
I mean, they did get Mr. T and a bunch of other people to promote WoW back.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Well, they really missed the boat on Owen Wilson.
Well, I remember those Mr. T ones. That was funny.
What did he say his class was? He was a night elf.
Oh, yeah, he was a night elf.
But
and his character looked like him. He had a little mohawk.
But he had like that's what he called himself. He was his
Night elf mohawk.
Yeah. Like, that's not a class. Mr. T hacked into the game and created
Night elf mohawk. I was telling you the other day, Josh, that my wife loves Diablo. Or the old Diablo. She hasn't played the new one.
She's a purist.
And so I got her World of Warcraft because I thought she would love it.
Those are two vastly different games.
Well, yes. Well, I didn't know. And she played it, and she was kind of liking it. And then I told her, I pointed out every one of those people you're seeing there, that's somebody else in real life. And she immediately said, nope, I'm done.
That was that.
Yeah, she didn't want to have any part of massively multiplayer anything.
Man, I played so much World of Warcraft my first 2 years of college. Too much.
I have never played WoW.
I've never
Wow.
played it. I've watched Julie. Wow. I watched Julie play it for, like I said, about 12 minutes.
I feel like there was something special about, like, especially on the RP servers at the beginning, where you'd have because there would be a lots of incursion of Horde into Alliance territory and vice versa, and you couldn't talk; it would just scramble the text, And so it was a lot of emotes and everybody pointing to try to help each other out.
But if you tried to do custom emotes, where you could just do, it would appear like the emote, but it was just whatever you typed.
Oh,
You would say to the people on the opposite side something along the lines of so and so makes a lewd gesture at you. Because people would try and use it to communicate,
right?
And they didn't want you to communicate with.
Didn't people get married from meeting each other?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's wild to me.
That was before they had raids and stuff too, which was the huge. That was what
They had
really
raids-
drew the community
They
together.
had raids from pretty early on in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They were the ones to really make that whole thing big.
So you guys tell me about the first time you guys hooked up with somebody off of WoW.
Yeah, never happened.
What? But,
It was 1969.
nice.
And I was like, wow.
Wow. What is? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mic keeps. Mike has mic problems. If I'm not trying to eat it, then it's trying to get away from me.
This drawing's like, hey, you need more spikes. Still. Hey, draw teeth. You need teeth.
Sean is just spikes and teeth.
Orc, 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 orc.
Orc, 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 orc.
Are you drawing Thrall, Sean?
Who?
Thrall, son of Duodan?
So wait, there's so this game is you have so there's actual characters in it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
PCs.
So
Is that what Avery Corn Thresher or whatever it is you wanted me to draw?
Avery Corn Thresh.
Malicious Knob Eater. Or whatever his name.
Malfurion?
Malfurion Candidate.
A lot of they were all characters from the strategy game, and then when you played in World of Warcraft,
They
it was
just show
built
up?
off the history of all
They
the-
would give you missions and such. But you couldn't, you had to be pretty significant level to get to talk to any of those A-listers.
Oh, please stand away from Maleficent. Maleficent Knoblicker.
So many comments.
It is I.
Maleficent Knoblicker.
Gorb lick licker.
Gorb lick licker.
Yeah.
Look, I will not have you disparaging the good name of Malfurion Stormrage.
I'm sorry. I know how much he means to you and your family.
What?
We know that you named your firstborn Malfeasance.
It's his middle name, and it's Malfurion.
Malfurion. Malfurion.
I don't know. You're
Crusher.
making jokes. I don't know why you wouldn't name a child after the first druid to bring druidic practices to the Night Elf race.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make.
I
fun
feel
of
like
your
that's a
religious
pretty-
views. We're an accepting.
Pluralistic
Studios.
studio.
Yeah, we accept everyone here.
I like in the movie when they're riding griffins.
Except for damn dirty griffins.
It's pretty cool.
So, Addison, were you playing when you could like free roam with flyers?
No, I stopped right around when that came. When they like went through the rift.
Yeah.
That expansion, I kind of stopped right around then.
You're like, this is bullshit, man.
I just didn't have the time.
I just wondered how that worked.
His account.
It was only in one area. Like when you went into the rift,
Oh,
you
okay.
were in like the, I can't remember what they were called. Like,
But it was like an instance.
yeah, and you could fly around. Though later they did bring that to the rest of the world, I think.
Huh.
Where you could just fly everywhere.
I'm flying. I'm flying.
My favorite thing was to find really tall things over water and jump off of them, because as long as you land in water, you're fine.
And then sometimes I'd play World of Warcraft. I just screwed up my drawing. Oh, he's a night bear. Okay, I'm sorry. I was interrupting.
Yeah, it was just like you could find things like the tallest thing was the world tree, which was where the night elves lived, and if you kind of meandered like through like certain parts of the map, you could find your way to the outside because their whole area was on the inside of the top of the tree. And the designers had actually made a tree branch that was shaped exactly like a diving board. So you knew if you jumped off of that, you would fall for like a good amount of time, like a good few seconds, and then you'd hit the ground.
If you fell, then do you die?
Not if you hit water.
Oh.
Water protects all.
Well, that's weird. You never know in a game whether or not that's gonna work.
Yeah. You just go on faith, man.
Hello, Tomb Raider.
That's Tomb Raider rules?
Yeah, remember Tomb Raider? You're like, oh, let's see if I can jump off this thing. Oh, I can make her dive? Oh, no, I broke her neck.
Yeah, that's the, they just up that in the new games. In the new games, it's just like, let's see how terrible this is gonna go for her.
I don't even know why she goes on adventures.
Because she knows she's gonna get killed?
It's way too dangerous.
It's way too dangerous, Laura. I mean, Laura.
Is it Lara?
It's Lara.
Like the bar?
The bar?
Like Lara bars?
Lara Bar?
Oh,
Lara
yeah,
Bar.
like that. It's spelled like that, I think.
What?
Pandaman.
Oh.
Pandemonium. I thought I was drawing bamboo on his belt buckle, but it sort of looks like he has a pot leaf.
It's a little pottish.
So he's 420.
He's a cannabis panda.
He's can of panda.
Canna panda.
There we go. I'm sorry, I'm doing it again.
You need to undo before you. Oh, you're doing that on purpose. Never mind.
My microphone's going crazy again. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. He's got to get that sweet. He's that sweet eucalyptus.
I was telling Josh earlier, I've never been able to wrap my head around orc facial construction.
Why?
I've tried drawing orcs so many times, and I just can't get it right.
That seems weird.
Yeah, you'd think
They're just like trolls. They're kind of like the Hulk with bad orthodontia.
Yeah, it's in the like mouth and nose region I can never get right.
Well, they don't have noses, right? They have kind of very short snouts,
Mm-hmm.
which
They're Gamorrean guards,
yeah,
aren't
kind
they?
of.
Well,
Yeah.
Gamorrean guards are way too piggy.
Those are basically space orcs.
Yeah.
They were made to be space orcs.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't there a space orc thing?
Space
Isn't there
orcs.
a World of Warcraft in space?
No, you're thinking Warhammer.
That's not the same thing?
No. Oh my God, no.
That's a different game?
Oh my God.
They're not connected.
This is why you were talking about tabletop, because you thought we were talking about Warhammer.
They're not connected.
They're in no way related. It's borderline offensive what you were saying.
Join us next time when the warm-up draw is Warhammer.
Well, I'm quitting here. I didn't know that.
But the orcs in Warhammer don't have shoulder pads, I don't think.
Everybody has shoulder pads in Warhammer, don't they?
Space Marines do, but not everyone else.
Yeah, the Space Marines are pretty much it. Now, in fairness to Mike's point, like in classic Blizzard style, Warcraft started by Blizzard saying, like, "Oh, we all really like this game, Warhammer. We should make a video game of it that
So
iterates
I'm not
on that."
so
and,
dumb.
yeah,
I mean, I'm dumb, but
What's funny is that Warhammer got so popular. I mean, and fantasy in general, that or Warcraft got so popular. Warhammer has since done a huge push to rename all of the races so that they're trademark and copyrightable names. So like orcs in especially in the Warhammer 40K are spelled with a K instead of a C. That's their big difference. Elves are spelled AELF.
oh, okay, that's weird. But
Yeah.
you're sure they're not related?
no, they're not. Nope. And in fact, when they did, so you would think that then when they went on to do StarCraft, that they would do 40K, which is the Warhammer in space thing. Instead, they invented their own.
It's pretty close though.
Well, but no orcs.
No orcs, but they got
The Space Marines are pretty on. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess even the Zerg. What were those called in 40K? The
oh my gosh. It's around the tip of my tongue. Oh, that's gonna kill me.
Somebody will write in.
Yeah.
I see. Warhammer 40K. It's not the Eldar.
Tyranids.
Tyranids, yes.
Tyranids?
Yeah.
Beat the search engine.
And I guess really the Eldar and the Protoss are... Okay, I take it back. They just copied 40K.
I think Eldar and I think the Protoss. Oh, yeah. I guess they are basically Eldar.
Yeah.
They're kind of like a cross between the Eldar and the Tau.
Because of like the Archons and
Tau are
stuff?
fish
dare you.
people
Yeah.
in fish people in armor.
What?
The Tau are these
I
fish
don't.
people
Never mind. I zoned out.
in full tech armor.
I haven't been listening since the beginning.
I'm surprised. So you never got into Warhammer, Mike?
No.
Because you get to paint those things up?
You know what? When I played Dungeons and Dragons, I kind of thought it was really cool, those little miniatures, and then sitting down with them, and I tried it once, and I was like, oh, this isn't for me. This is kind of... Not that I didn't think it was, too nerdy, obviously, but it's just that
They're very tiny.
I didn't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
Anything involving paint is usually very frustrating for me.
They also didn't have as solid of a system as they do now. Now it's very easy to just you just start with this color, and then you overlay it with this color, and then you build up the highlights with this color.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, you have a perfectly painted miniature. And now they have new paints that you just put a heavy coat of one paint, and it naturally gives you light and shadow.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How does
really
that
nice.
work?
It's like semi-opaque.
It's like a wash,
paint that has like it's like semi-opaque paint that has a wash in it, so that when it dries, the wash settles in the recesses. It's interesting.
Primer technology has come a long way too.
Yeah.
Like putting down a layer of primer is super easy now.
Technology. So, yeah, I've actually been coloring these, and I don't color. And it's mostly because I'm trying to keep up with Sean, and now Addison's here doing his paint thing.
Yeah, but I'm trying to keep up with your drawing because I don't draw fast.
I am pretty awesome.
And then I kind of just have to like, at some point, just be like, gotta stop drawing. Time to attempt to paint this thing really quick. And you are awesome, Mike.
I am. I'm the best. People don't give me enough credit. You guys remember to put the sword in there, right? So many swords. And my axe.
While the dragon has often served as China's national symbol, internationally the giant panda has often filled this role. I like the idea that China is like, all right, guys, let's have a badass dragon. And everybody else is like, nope, you're a panda.
Panda. But is he a panda smoking a dank spliff?
Dang panda.
Dankpanda.com. All right, there we go. I'm done. Have you ever seen a more majestic feral beast in your life? He's ready to eat you and karate you and then eat you some more. So do you think this is representative of World of Warcraft?
I feel like it's pretty spot on World of Warcraft. I do.
Good.
Like and I feel as though the cannabis only enhances that.
I kind of made it even more Warcraft.
Yeah, I do feel so, yeah.
Oh, I said I'd put blood on there, didn't I? That might ruin it.
Oh no, stop. Don't do it.
Oh man, I can't wait for us to do the My Little Pony.
I was gonna say for next week, shirt tails.
Yeah. All right, he's done. Now tell people to like and subscribe.
Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below. If you have suggestions for any other drawings you'd like to see us tackle, make sure you hit him in there. Hit him up on Twitter. Any of the sites we're on. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.